Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Nanda Chitrala. I'm part of our Salesforce manufacturing practice in the product and solutions team. We cover pretty much all of the manufacturing customers, ranging from the heavy industrial manufacturers to the electrical components to the dealers, distribution, and then we also cover all of the various suppliers, manufacturing suppliers. Been with Salesforce for more than 7 years now. Been in the product organization last couple of years. Then I cover the Americas region and as well as the Japan and Asia Pac region. And I'm happy to share the stage with Kerry Doyle from Siemens. Kerry, if you could introduce yourself, please.
Yes, thank you, Nanda. And hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Carrie Doyle. I work for Siemens Software, supporting Teamcenter service and manufacturing software. I've been with the company for about 27 years, helping customers around their product life cycles, helping them to add value to that. So happy to be here today. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's take a look at our manufacturing service trends. And this is probably not new to you all, that there has been this evolving customer expectations, not only driving the omni-channel experiences, but being able to have information in their fingertips. And then this becomes a lot more complex if you think about the entire ecosystem of dealers, distributors, the third-party service providers. And then it again multiplies it further as you think about all these connected ecosystem of various products generating all this data. And then every manufacturer has been looking at how do I capture this data, A, not only to refine and drive more and more efficiency into their products, but B, how do I drive a lot of the servitization models? How do they use this data? How do they drive more and more the recurring service-based revenue models, whether be it service contracts, extended warranties, or driving more and more predictive maintenance? I know, Kerry, you talk to a lot of customers, and then you probably are hearing something similar in terms of their challenges. Why don't you tell us how the transformation evolved?
Yeah, absolutely. So our customers are looking for solutions to help them optimize service operations and streamline service executions. So they want to make sure that their service technicians in the field are equipped with the right data to get their job done right the first time and to reduce product downtime and to make their customers happy through a more positive service experience. So now, as you mentioned, Nanda, the trend of rising customer expectations and connected products with advanced technology, there is a shift from a product-centric approach to service revenue to a service-centric approach to revenue models. And so that's where it does become clear that there's a need to bring this knowledge around the product and how it should be serviced into the customer experience.
That's an important element that you touched on, Kerry. And because if we really look at the entire evolution, predominantly the manufacturers who continue to have their engineering organizations, which are very focused on how do they make their products more and more efficient, driving more ROI. And then we have the service organizations, which have been continuing to streamline how do they drive more and more customer experiences. However, oftentimes these two organizations not necessarily talk to each other, but more importantly, even the applications that support each of the processes, they continue to be very siloed, very disjointed, which continues to create a lot more challenges.
And as an example of this, let me paint a picture of what can go wrong when product knowledge is not connected to service. And I'm just going to use a very simple analogy, maybe something we can all relate to. So imagine your refrigerator breaks down. You call the manufacturer, they send out a technician to fix it, and the service technician arrives, they look at your refrigerator, but in the end, they're not able to fix it, so they have to leave. Now, you're still without a refrigerator, so I'm guessing you're not a happy customer. So let's bring this example up a level. Let's take a look at this at a larger scale. Think about complex assets in the field. So in general, one of the primary issues we're hearing from our customers is that they're facing an inability to accurately manage the asset configurations in the field. So if their service technicians get to a service site with an inaccurate view of the asset configuration, things can go south very quickly. So, for example, if you don't have the right tools with you, or if you're a service technician and you didn't bring the right spare parts, or if you don't have the right service instructions. So, in addition to high costs from multiple service visits and asset downtime, you also have an unhappy customer, and that's what we want to avoid. So, one more point, you could also miss major revenue opportunities like upgrades or spare parts revenue or upgrading a service contract. So these are all the things that could go wrong when you're not making the connections from product to customer and service. So how can we avoid these service inefficiencies and bridge that gap? Well, the way we look at it is customer relationship management, or CRM, and product lifecycle management, PLM, complement each other. So we're connecting all the product and the service engineering knowledge and service operations and customer experience together in one view. And this connection between CRM and PLM can help you work smarter, and especially around customer service and servicing your products or your customers' products. So on the PLM side here, think about everything managing the product lifecycle, or everything around the product lifecycle. So this is data that could be, starting at the ideation level, business requirements, down to design and analysis, all the way through manufacturing and operations, and down to physical asset management.
Yeah, and then on the customer 360 side, it's predominantly how you continue to drive the entire funnel of generating a lot of leads through the marketing phases, going through the entire sales negotiation process. But here is where the real merger comes in, wherein as we continue to drive the various sales through the negotiation process, and then more importantly, during the post-sale service operations, how do you gather all of that product engineering data, the entire service BOM, the product catalog information, to be able to drive effective A, sales negotiation process, B, the service efficiencies in terms of driving the service operations. And that's where, if you really zoom out and look at it, this is exactly what completes the entire asset lifecycle management from an end-to-end perspective. And this is where we are happy to introduce the partnership between Salesforce and Siemens to be able to drive the customer-centric servitization. And I'm happy to announce that the Teamcenter SLM for Salesforce is being launched, and it is going to be part of our App Exchange offering, which is going to bring Siemens Teamcenter, who's been the leader in the product lifecycle management, and then Salesforce through various of its offerings, being a leader in the entire customer-centric service offerings. So we're going to join our forces to drive this end-to-end servitization model.
That's right, Nanda. So Salesforce customers can now use Service and Manufacturing Cloud and benefit from connecting product knowledge to service activities. And not only does this partnership make sense from a business process perspective, supporting end-to-end service lifecycle management, but also from a technology perspective, as the Siemens Accelerator portfolio of products that includes Teamcenter, it's open and adaptable. So we can take these great PLM and SLM components and merge them with Salesforce technology. So together, we're helping our customers improve their business with a focus on product outcomes through superior service. And our joint solutions really deliver the power of customer-centric servitization.
Now, if you really think about what Salesforce has been doing traditionally in the last few years, being the leader in the CRM space, is to be able to drive the entire service efficiencies through our offerings of Service Cloud and Field Service, which necessarily creates the standard service-based models to drive the efficient omnichannel field service operations. Now, with Manufacturing Cloud, we are actually starting to deepen a lot of those business processes as it relates to driving that asset service lifecycle. So we are starting to introduce the various functionalities like the warranty claims management, driving that cradle to grave of managing the entire asset lifecycle, and then being able to drive the various servitization models. And with data and AI, with the power of our data cloud offering and the Einstein AI, we are taking it to the next level of being able to harmonize the power of the data that's available and be able to drive more and more proactive and predictive services.
So we're very happy and excited to introduce to you Teamcenter SLM on Salesforce. So the value proposition of these two powerful software solutions coming together will provide our customers with a customer-centric approach to service. This will help your service agents and your technicians work smarter to get service right done the first time and provide opportunities for new revenue models where your service technicians will be better equipped as revenue generators. All with insights of product upgrades and spare parts revenues and service contract upgrades and more. And the good news is, customers who are exploring this current solution, we're already hearing positive feedback from them. So for example, we're working with a customer in the energy sector. They've been exploring the solution and they can already see tremendous value. They're predicting up to 60% service efficiencies using the solution. Another example, we're working together with Salesforce. We're consulting with a customer in the transportation industry who is focusing on shifting their business from a product-centric revenue approach to a more service-centric, customer outcomes-oriented approach. So they understand the importance of connecting product knowledge with customer experience, and it's really essential to their business, and they see the value in our solutions coming together. And then let's not forget about customer relationships. So Nanda mentioned the importance of equipping service agents with the entire customer story, and that includes product knowledge. So your customers will also benefit from continuous product improvements and superior service. The continuous product improvements, remember, all of the information that's coming in from the field service is now able to be looped back into product design for next generation of products.
If you're someone like me who wants to really dig deep and look at what's under the hood, so this is the visual which essentially highlights how each of these components act as the building blocks, as the Lego blocks being laid on top of the foundation. So most of you might be familiar with the traditional Sales Cloud and the Service Cloud offerings, which continues to drive the basic lead management, opportunity management on the sales side, and as well as the case management, the entire knowledge articles and work orders on the service side. So manufacturing is starting to build the data foundation on top in terms of introducing the various asset extensions, the asset warranties, and then tying back all of this data together as part of a pre-built industry workflow. And then with the partnership from Siemens, we are now starting to strengthen a lot of that data foundation by bringing in the additional service-related spare part information, the entire asset configuration, the various visuals, which would really help drive the technicians be able to identify the service knowledge articles, the various work plans. And here is where strengthening all of that is the various automation tools that are being offered. So in the form of Omni Studio, the business rules engine, which really help drive the speed to market and the speed to configurability aspect of it. And I'm happy to also share that Salesforce Manufacturing Cloud, we are also introducing what we call it as the connected twin of the asset. This also helps continue to drive the various interactive asset hierarchies, drive asset performance, along with all of our existing offerings on the asset service console, the warranty claims management. And then with our partnership, Teamcenter SLM for Salesforce is officially going to be available as part of the App Exchange offering in Salesforce App Exchange.
Okay, thank you, Nanda, for that. And just looking at this from a logical solution perspective, we have components that we see here in green that are pulled into the Salesforce platform. So, for example, we have product and service engineering data and 3D models and service BOM and service plans and service instructions. Now, this also includes key characteristics about the product that drive service decisions, like service location and asset usage. So other solutions also from the Siemens Accelerator portfolio can also be connected into Salesforce. And that's where you see things like Insights Hub, and that's gathering information and analytics on the asset performance itself.
Yeah, this is a big key because, if you look at the entire solution portfolio of what Salesforce has to offer in the form of our traditional clouds and as well as the manufacturing cloud sitting on top, driving more and more efficiencies with the combination of Siemens bringing in a lot of that data. And then what really empowers is these end users, whether be it the customers being able to drive it, the field technicians or the service agents, they seamlessly be able to traverse through all of the data that is needed in order to make them successful. So let's take a look at an example of where it really comes into play. In this architecture, what it really solves is like two big pain point areas that we oftentimes hear from customers. The first biggest pain point is every time when there is an issue with a particular product, the customer calls the service agent, or sometimes if the customer is customer savvy, technical savvy, then they go into a web portal and then try to do a search based on the type of issue that they see. And oftentimes the biggest challenge is if they're doing in a self-service manner, they're not being able to identify what exactly the issue is and what are perhaps some of the troubleshooting techniques to be able to resolve the issue. Or even on the service agent side, when a customer is calling in, not being able to identify what are some of the important knowledge articles and some of the service instructions that are needed in order to better serve the customer. And this is where with this integration, Siemens is going to provide all of that service engineering instructions and some of the BOM information based on all of the asset history and the asset performance that has been gathered. So that way service agent has all of the information available in order to do some basic triaging that's needed. And once they do determine that they have to have someone actually take a look at it, and once they schedule the work order and have the technician out there, now this is where the second biggest issue comes in. Now, does technician has all of the information needed in order to be able to better serve the customer, do the triaging, and then replace the part, all happening in one visit? That's where with this integration, now Siemens through the Teamcenter is going to feed all of that information in terms of what is the latest step-by-step work plan and work instructions that's needed for the technician in order to do the job in the first attempt and make sure that they finish the entire job. And this is where this integration becomes such a critical component in terms of ensuring that all the work orders that are being executed by the technicians are continuing to drive the fastest closure time and be able to drive more and more agent productivity. So why don't we see all of this in action with a simple demo?
As a service agent, you receive a call from your customer to inform you of a pressure drop in a quality test machine. After review of the issue, you create a case for it in Salesforce. You search in Salesforce Knowledge for the probable root cause of the issue. Salesforce Knowledge has been populated with your customer's proprietary product information, which is managed in Teamcenter. Leveraging Einstein GPT, you're presented with a summary of information related to your search. This information will help you make smarter decisions when processing the issue. The Asset Service Console offers an end-to-end lifecycle view of the asset to further assist you. Alerts are auto-generated and offer proactive guidance related to servicing the asset. Everything from major milestones to similar past issues to previous work orders or warranty claims. Now you have the information you need to create the work order to replace the faulty part. You specify the work order details and related information, like service contract, an asset, and customer information. The related work plan is created automatically using the work plan selection rules in Salesforce. This is based on Teamcenter managed service requirements and data related to the asset. The assets and work plans in Salesforce are created leveraging product and service knowledge, including detailed activities authored and managed in Teamcenter with service lifecycle management. The work order to replace the faulty part is now scheduled and assigned to a technician with appropriate skill sets and availability. And now from a technician's perspective, using your mobile app, you select your assigned work order and navigate to the asset to be serviced. In addition to warranty status and start and end dates, you have visibility into the warranty terms and can drill down into more specific details as needed to help you understand this prior to executing the repair. This helps you ensure service success and customer satisfaction. Now that you're equipped with the right information, you execute the work order by following detailed steps that were authored in Teamcenter. Having accurate and intuitive service instructions for the latest configuration of the asset in the field will help you increase your first-time fix rates. Once the job is complete, you use the app to update the status. This update is also tracked in Teamcenter, providing visibility to key stakeholders. With the work now complete, you're able to raise a new warranty claim in real time through the mobile app. This expedites the entire approval process, increasing productivity and streamlining your operations. With asset information at your fingertips, you're empowered as a revenue generator. You identify an opportunity for additional service revenue, in this case with a service contract upgrade. This opportunity is sent directly to the sales department. The asset hierarchy is tracked in Salesforce and now shows the latest configuration. All updates and service history are also reflected in Teamcenter, supporting continuous product improvement.
Okay, you probably saw a fantastic demo bringing the reality of how Siemens and Salesforce are powering together to drive the end-to-end service agent and field technician productivity. With that, thank you very much for our partnership.
Thanks everyone for joining.